Variant Foster wasn't feeling well. Texans fans still probably thought they felt worse. After all, they had to watch a, by Texans standards, sickening and sleepy first half against the visiting Buffalo Bills at Reliance Stadium. The Texans led by just 1 point at the break but woke up and, thanks in large part to Foster, took control in a 21-9 victory. Foster, who was suffering from flu-like symptoms and even vomited before the game Sunday, finished with 24 rushes for 111 yards, including a key 3-yard touchdown run that gave the Texans a 14-6 lead early in the second half and really turned the game around. He was really sucking it up for the team today, Texans coach Garrett Kubiak said. The Texans improved to 7-1 on the season, the best record in the AFC. They travel to 7-1 Chicago next Sunday night in one of the best games in the NFL so far this season. Matt Schwab went 19 of 27 for 268 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a beautiful play-action pass for a 39-yard score to a wide-open Odin Daniels to open the game's scoring. Andrew Johnson had 8 catches for 118 yards. Ryan Fitzpatrick went 25 of 38 for 239 yards for the Bills' 3-5. The Bills went just 2 of 11 on third downs and got 0 touchdowns in 3 red zone trips. All of their scoring came on 3 right Wendell field goals. On the first series of the second half, with a chance to steal the momentum and take the lead, the Bills were forced into a 3-and-out. Kershawn Martin had his best punt return of the season, taking it 26 yards down to the Buffalo 43-yard line. On 3rd and 5, Schwab hit Johnson for a 34-yard pass down to the 4-yard line. 2 plays later, Foster took it in from 3 yards out for a 14-6 lead just 2:49 into the second half. Despite the illness, Foster had 17 carries in the second half for 49 yards. "Unless I can't run, I'm gonna run," Foster said. Foster said he didn't notice the illness during the game because adrenaline takes over, but he didn't feel well almost immediately after the game. "I'm a little woozy, from being fatigued and sick," he said. "And your stomach hurts?" "I mean my stomach hurts." That little correction caused a laugh in the press room and drew a weak smile from Foster, who was not his normal self after the game. The Texans weren't their normal selves either, especially in the first half. They had 6 of their 7 penalties in the first half, and that included one that wiped out a 39-yard pass play. "We did a lot of things that were not good enough for us to win consistently, but we were able to survive," Kubiak said. "It wasn't always pretty, but we found a way to get it done." The big storyline heading into the game was the return of defensive star Mario Williams. Williams, who was the number 1 overall pick in 2006, left the Texans as a free agent this past offseason and signed a $100 million deal with the Bills. Williams had 7 tackles and 1 sack for the Bills. On the sack, he beat Derek Newton badly and ripped down Schwab for a 4-yard loss. "Looked like Mario played pretty darn good," Kubiak said. "He's a good player. That's a heck of a battle for Newton." After the sack, Williams looked directly at the Texans bench and wagged his finger. He was booed relentlessly. "I know I'm in your heart," Williams said of the booing. He said he wagged his finger to imitate J.J. Watt, who has taken over as the Texans' defensive star and increased his NFL best sack total to 10.5 with another Sunday. It was a brief celebration for the Bills, who had little reason to celebrate the rest of the game. After Foster gave the Texans the 8-point lead, the Bills responded with an 8-play, 56-yard drive, capped by a 39-yard Wendell field goal. It made the score 14-9 with 7:41 left in the third quarter. The Texans extended their lead to 21-9 on a 5-yard pass to tight end Garrett Graham with 11:25 left in the game. It capped a very Texans drive, going 68 yards on 11 plays and milking 6:30 off the clock. Foster had 6 carries on the drive. Schwab was 5 for 5 for 65 yards and did a great job scrambling and keeping the play alive on the touchdown pass. "We're happy to be 7-1 at the halfway mark, very fortunate, but we're not finished," Schwab said. "We got to go in a tough environment against a very good football team next Sunday night, so we're already on to Chicago. We got to look at this one as something to grow from, and we got to keep climbing the mountain."